longer shaken, longer bound. I once was lost, but now I am found. With you I know that.
Is this your first service at Lakewood to attend in person?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
This is so cool.
And it's been fun.
I love it. I love
super
it.
good.
And you guys have been so enthusiastic going around and meeting everybody and connecting with everybody. But we always make a big deal because we consider, even if you're not here in Houston, you're part of the Lakewood Freedom family.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so we get so excited when you guys come in. So we're excited as you guys are. But just so everybody knows, share where you're from, what your name is. We'll start with that.
Sure. So my name is Yetunde for the Nigerians in the house. But if you're not Nigerian, it's okay. Okay, I give grace. Call me Yetunde. Yes, and I'm from Maryland.
Yes, and my name is Gwyneth for all the Welsh people in the house. And I currently live in Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Were you impacted by the storm at all?
Yes, my flight was delayed one day, yes,
Okay.
but I made it here. I actually flew standby, and the phone call came through at like 12:30 at night, or the text for me to change my flight or for the next day. So it turns out I got to be number one on the standby list.
Nice.
Had I gone to bed earlier, I would have been like way down on the bottom of the list because I wouldn't have had the message till the morning. But
Right.
I ended up being number one, and I got my seat.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was praying all the way.
Yeah, a lot of people were praying. A lot of people were praying. So, yeah.
So whoever wants to go first, share with us how you first got connected with Lakewood or Pastor Joel. When did all that happen?
I'll go first. Back in 2016, I had a roommate, two roommates from Taiwan, and they were going to church. I wasn't. And they were listening to church. I wasn't. and my roommate, Sunny, she kept saying, I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you. And then one day she said, my brother in Taiwan listens to Pastor Joel at Lakewood Church. So I turned it on. I was like, what? That's enormous. What's going on? I don't understand this. She said, no, just watch it. So I did watch it, and I got engaged, and I said, I kind of like this. And I liked the message. It was very hopeful. It was very practical. And I've been watching ever since.
Wow.
2016.
Look at that. That's amazing.
Yeah. For me, I really don't recall the year, but however, I by nature I'm a researcher. So I love to visit churches. Just because I'm a worshiper, and I always like to go to churches so that they can pour into me, so I can be pour back into
That's
the church
awesome.
when I'm worshiping. So with that's how I was able to find out about Lakewood, just by research online.
Wow.
And then I found out about that Pastor Joel, and then I was like, he sounds okay, all right. He sounds hopeful. I like his energy. And that's how I started listening to him. And then I found out he has podcasts, and he's in Houston, and so that's how.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but it's been a while. I think if I were to guess what year, maybe way back in 2004.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
So
way
you've
back
been
then.
watching for a
so
long
I've been
time.
watching for, sporadically, but then, these couple of, maybe I would say like 10, 15 years I've been watching him like constantly.
That's amazing.
That's so
And
cool.
you shared that a year ago. So Freedom's been back in the church celebrating 1 year anniversary. Shane mentioned that this weekend, and we're excited and celebrating that. But that's when you first came to Freedom, was our first night back. We do something called Freedom Night of Worship, Freedom Now. And how'd you find out about that?
I actually, again, researcher. So I pieced the whole website. I searched the website, the Lakewood website, and I just began checking out what classes, and I just spotted this. It was like a poster, and it said Freedom Now. And I'm like, what is that? Freedom Now? What does that entail? So I just clicked on it, and then I started reading, and I'm like, that sounds pretty exciting. I'm going to register and then attend the event. But I was in Maryland, so I didn't know, but then when I saw that there was going to be an online version, so I just registered, and that's how I got connected. And I think not that I think, I know, it was Deidre was one of the invited guests to sing, and I love her. I just love her. And Steve. Do you see the comedy and the performing arts in me already? So that's how I got connected, and I've been hooked ever since.
That's amazing. That's so good. You've been so faithful.
Yes.
And how has Freedom impacted your life?
Oh my gosh, I don't even have the words. I've been thinking about the words. What, like for me, it's just been free. For me, it's how can I say? It's allowed me to, I would say, be a different person, because I don't know if I can share this. Oh my God. Okay. So me and my mom don't have a good relationship. And when I attended Freedom, I can tell you from the day that I started Freedom up till now, all the verses, all the sermons that have been taught has been related to my circumstances.
Wow.
It's like God, it's designed for me. Like everything that I pray for, like, okay, God, I really want me and my mom to have a good relationship, Lord, but I don't know how to go about it. And I don't want to put my energy, because I know that if I force it, I know it's me. So let me just leave it alone. God, I'll stay out of your lane. I'll just stay in my lane. I'll do my prayer and everything. I'll stay out of God's lane. And he's just worked it out. Wow. He's just worked it out. And, a couple of times I've actually tested, well, not tested, but I'm aware of it. Like every time I call my mom and she said something, sometimes those things will kind of anger me, like, just rub me the wrong way. But I found out that it doesn't bother me anymore. Those things that she would say or do, it doesn't even bother me anymore. And I noticed that a couple of months ago, and I was like sitting down.
I'm free.
And I was like, I am free.
That's what freedom looks like.
That's what freedom looks like. So that's how I can put it.
That's so good. And Gwyneth, you've got a mentor. I think both of you have mentors, but yours is here. So tell us about what it's like having a Freedom mentor.
Oh, yes.
So Tanya's the mentor.
Tanya's your mentor. So you got connected.
Yeah.
And Andrea's over mentors, and she prays about those connections. So you were divinely connected. So tell us about, you can both share kind of what your experience is from both sides.
Should I go first?
Yes.
All right. So, yes, Andrea, you did a fabulous job pairing us together. We just clicked right from the very beginning. It's provided an excellent structure. We're both very diligent. We don't miss our time together. I noticed something that someone said in the Spark conference this weekend. She said that when she ordered a cheeseburger and she ordered a burger and it came with cheese, and she didn't want cheese. And so instead of making a big fuss, she just took the cheese off and ate the burger. And I was like, oh, that's been my experience. Things are happening. Normally I just get, I'm twisty about things. And lately I've just been like, oh, okay. And I'll accept whatever's there. I'll fix it for myself, and, and I'll go on, which is huge, because I like to control things, and I like things to be orderly and, tidy and no mess, very efficient. And so I now have, relaxed. I'm much more relaxed. Like that standby thing, I was sitting there twisting in my seat, and it was 11:05, and this flight's supposed to leave like at 11:30, and I got a message and I didn't notice it, didn't pick it up. And so I'm still sitting there like, when are they gonna call me? When are they gonna call me? They already had. They had already told me your seat is 8A, and I'm still sitting there waiting, impatiently for this answer to come. Well, I already got the answer. So I realized that I just wasted all that time worrying. I could have just been chill, knowing I was going to be taken care of. A whole different demeanor.
Yeah.
First one on the standby list, not a problem. I could have been that way. So even on the way here, I was still getting that lesson. And then when the lady said about the cheeseburger, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
thank Tanya. Thank you,
so good.
thank you, Jesus. You know, everybody is.
That's so
It's
good.
like all coming together, and it's not a all at once kind of thing. It's a very gradual, and you have to really notice and pick up the pieces, so that I can acknowledge and say that this is where this is coming from. This is how I'm changing. That's really crazy how that phone call came in and everything fell into place. And all I had to do was sit back. So this is the new practice, because this isn't natural or normal, you know, because I want to make things happen, but I don't have to. I can just,
That's a word.
yeah, that's the freedom right there.
That's
Yeah.
so good.
Love it.
So Tanya, what's it been like being her mentor?
Oh, it's just been amazing to watch her grow and flourish into God's creating and making her to be. I like being with her because I get to put a lot of my old Stephen ministry, crisis care ministry skills into place with her too, just to teach her about the process, that we want results as human beings, but God's about the process. So just trust the process and let God allow her to go through that, and because I'm still in a process as a human being. So that was the biggest thing. And then just really getting to share with her about Mary and Martha a couple weeks ago, about how that, you know, Martha was rushing around being involved and making everything perfect for Jesus, but that how Mary took that time to sit at the feet of Jesus and just to take that time to spend in God's word at the feet of Jesus and just receive from him. So I've enjoyed this tremendously.
That's
It's been
so
awesome.
good. I love this. And, you know, God did it, but you are both so beautiful, and we're so glad to have you here. We don't want you to miss service, so we're going to get you down there. But thank you so much for being part of Freedom. And we know God's going to just continue to take you to new levels. Amen. Thank you, guys. All right, let's go.
I've been born